How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting it previewed. We're not getting it previewed. We're getting it played. We're getting it played with a little bit of sun on my face. I guess we're having sun on my face today. With Marvel United Spider Geddon against Morlun. Morlun is our is our guy today. This is a lunchtime stream, so of course we want to get it through as quickly as possible so I can eat some lunch. And unfortunately, not because I want to get back to work, but I do need to do that as well. So let's go ahead and that is definitely different with that light coming in that window. All right, anyway, let's flip over. So here we are set up for this playthrough. We do need us a couple extra heroes here for two reasons. One, Morlun, which we'll go over in a minute, and two, Superior Spider-Man. He has a card in his deck that will basically KO him, and we got to bring another hero in. So let's go ahead and go to Morlun and see what he does. So special setup for him. Basically, he has to start in Loom World, and then Sim's tower has to be opposite him. So that's how we currently have it set up. I'm pointing at the two locations. You can only see one of them. But his special rules. When a hero is KO'd, any henchman in that location gains 1 health. They may go above their starting value. Then that hero is removed from the game, discarding any of their crisis tokens and replaced with a new hero. The hero starting location on that player's next turn. All right. His BAM deals 2 damage to 1 hero in Morlun's location. Okay, so he's a 2 damager. Overflow. If 1 or more tokens can't be added to a location, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in that location. If there are no more heroes there, add the Thugger Civilian to the next clockwise location with empty slots instead. Okay, so he does an actual overflow where he's going to take it to another one, but if there's a hero there, the hero takes damage, which makes sense. He's trying to knock us out. He's a vampire. He's a spider vampire. Actually, he's a totem vampire. So he likes animal totems, but spiders are, I guess, the most delicious. In villainous plot, the heroes lose if 4 heroes are removed from the game. So if we get to the bottom of Superior Spider-Man, I did go into BGG, the designer did say, if we get to the bottom of Superior Spider-Man's deck, and we have to do that KO action, that is considered one of the KOs. So we're hoping we don't get to the bottom of the decks, which I usually don't, and I don't think I have any location that makes me reshuffle my deck. There, of course, we do have the United Hero cards that could make us reshuffle the deck. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the mid ground. So all of his threats are going to be his family. There's one over here, so we'll just bring them over like always. So they are going to be his family. So his family are around the locations. Versus Bricks, she deals 1 damage to each hero in this location. We have Karn, move this threat clockwise to the next location with any heroes and no threat if possible. Then deal 2 damage to 1 hero in the location. So he's going to chase us. What is that? Genix? I think that's an X. Yeah. Genix, give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location. Then each hero with 1 or more crisis tokens takes damage. And that's kind of the name of the game. He's going to keep getting our crisis tokens and we're going to keep taking damage. Deimos. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are no heroes here, discard all civilians instead. And then he's got a variable hit points. So he is 1 plus the number of players. So he's at 4. This is the most health tokens I think I've ever used. I've got 4 tokens left. That would, well, he only gets 1 more health. I'm like, but they can add tokens. So I don't know if I'm going to run out of tokens. Bora. Deal 1 damage to a hero in each adjacent location. Bora ignores 1 damage in each hero turn. Okay, she's got 3 health, but she's ignoring 1 damage each turn. That's crazy. And then Verna, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in any location. Yeah, I might lose my spider family. So we're definitely. I got to set up the extra life. I think I'm going to set it up since I don't have any videos this weekend. I will probably set up extra life and then publish an extra life video this weekend instead. But yeah, we're definitely going to add the revive a hero incentive. You guys just let me know down in the comments how much that should be. I'm thinking $5. Come on, lay down, sweetie. All right, let me open the door. You can go out. Mama was vacuuming. Didn't want those sound. There we go. I had to let Bill out. All right, now we are good to go. So again, we are playing Scarlet Spider, Superior Spider, and Spider-Man as the initial bunch. Now here's the question. For the Megaverse campaign, is it, I would assume if we do lose, we're only losing the initial starting heroes. I don't think we would lose all the heroes that come into the game. I think Infinity Gauntlet, and I think a couple of other ones do the same thing where you lose a hero throughout. I guess that's what we'll see. So he does have a starting master plan card. So we will start off. So he is going 0. He is just hanging out here. Life Force Absorption. As long as this card is face up in the storyline when the hero is KO'd, Morlun doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he gains 2 health, may go above his starting value. So yeah, he's going to heal. And he is just adding a bunch of thugs today. Just going to add a couple thugs here and there. I guess in his case, they're not thugs. I guess these are his, kind of like a vampire, right? What are those called? The vampire, they control people. You got to be kidding me. We have an overflow already. That's horrible. Like, I looked at this card, but I didn't, like, look at it. Because otherwise I wouldn't have put this location there. Jeez. All right. So, overflow. One more can't be placed. Deal 1 damage to the hero, and there is none. If there are no heroes, then it just... Okay. So, luckily, it's just spreading. It's just spreading. It's spreading like a virus. We'll put that there so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can really see the text or not. All right, Spidey. All right. We're basically just punching a lot. We're punching a lot is what we're doing. All right, so I fight, you save. We don't have 2 civilians there. Each other hero may punch against 1 thug or henchman. And that would give a single action. I think I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do that. Right off the bat, Spidey isn't playing one of his cards. He's going to unite with the rest of the heroes. So, they get to punch. So punch, punch. Get rid of 2 of those. And then I will use the 1 action to rescue. Get rid of her almost immediately. And we will move Jeffy Boy a key. So Spidey has Jeffy Boy. Why? Because Superior Spider-Man has his little spider bots that we're going to be able to use here in a minute. All right, so the question is, which spider bot do I want to put down? So I get 1 action, which is not going to help me here. I can treat all your action tokens. I have no action tokens. So that's not going to do anything. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 spider bot token to your location. Once per turn, you may discard 1 spider bot token from your location to ignore damage. So that, but that'll waste. The only problem is that'll waste an action. And if I do the action, that does nothing. But I want the spider bots here. For each one of your spider bots, you may use your action or punch if you're in their location. So let's go ahead and get. I just want to get rid of her. So let's draw a card. Maybe. Let's draw a card. Draw a card. Okay. So you can gain any combination of tokens and move. I mean, I could have Scarlet get rid of her. I want to put the spider bots down though. That's the fun part. I want to put those spider bots down. But that'll waste an action token. Oh, hang on. This location starts with 2 action tokens. I forgot my setup rules. Heroes here may discard any number of tokens here to ignore the same amount of damage. Okay, so it's a defense. All right, so, well, actually, laying a spider bot here doesn't do any good because we already have defense tokens here. So maybe I did. Maybe I do this. So we're gonna go ahead and let him gain any number of tokens. She does damage to each adjacent location. I think I'm going to come here. So we're going to gain any combination of 2 tokens. Doesn't say they have to be different. Although, is it a combination if it's 2 of the same? I don't think it's a combination if it's 2 of the same. So let's do, just in case, we're going to do 1 punch, one action. We're going to come here, and we're going to go ahead and spin that punch to start working on her. Because I'm not, again, the overflow would do damage to him. That's fine. All right, Scarlet. So he's got punch, 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 punch. Spider Sense. Gain 1 wild token. As long as this card's facing the storyline, you may discard any number of wild tokens to ignore the damage. So these are actually good. We got a lot of ignoring damage going on. So he can move. I don't think if I do the double punch, he can punch here, move, and then punch here. Yeah, let's see. Double wild. Let's do the double punch. Do the double punch. So we're going to move. Oops, hang on. We're going to punch. Get rid of her. And then we're going to move. And then we're going to punch her or take this up. Now there's 2 of them here that could take damage. Let's do the Thug. Now he will move all the way here if he has to move. You do 2 damage, but again, we could prevent that 2 damage. Let's prevent an overflow. We'll do the Thug. We'll do the Thug. All right, back to Morlun. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that is the worst possible outcome. And he's only putting. We'll do the civilians in a second. So bam, he does 2 damage to 1 hero in his location. And we didn't put out our spider bot, so we can't defend it. We didn't put out Scarlet Spider's thing, so we can't defend it. We need to get up here, and he's going to move, so we'll actually get that, the healing one. I don't want to get rid of my spider bots. I can't. So Scarlet Spider has to take it. We don't want to get rid of this. We're basically going to get rid of our punch and our double wild. Put the double wild on top in case we get that far down through the deck. All right. That's this man. Bam. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. We're good. Move this threat, which we can, clockwise. And deal 2 damage. I think we will ignore 1, and then we will discard Great Responsibility. All right, that's him. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in this location in each adjacent location. We're good there. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are no heroes here, discard all civilians instead. Which actually helps us, because that was going to overflow. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each adjacent location, or ignores 1 damage on her turn. Oh, actually, hang on. Hang on. We got timey-wimey. She ignores 1 damage. So technically, I couldn't have done that first damage to her with either one of them, really. Well, Scarlet Spider could have done 1 damage. Well, he had 2 punches. Where did I use my punches? Oh, punch to remove. Yeah, okay. So his other punch would have been this. All right. So he would have just... Superior Spider-Man would have... I used my punch token, so we'll just say I used my punch token for him. So, that's fine. I forgot she ignores the first piece of damage. So, yeah. So, each adjacent location. So, Spidey has to take another damage. Great power or double wild. I'll do the double wild. I hate to do a double wild, but... Yeah, that was a horrible first turn. Are we winning? Spirit Spider-Man is very fun here. Yeah, I think he's going to be fun as long as we don't get KO'd. Who was one that Morlun decided he had to go 1 up? Alright, so... Civilian. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That was a horrible second turn for him. What did I miss? Merlin's second turn took Scarlet Spider to one card and Spider-Man to one card. Basically. Although I could get rid of this other token. I do have this, which is a draw. And then they opened up this one for us. Problem is, what can Spidey do with 2 punches? Oh, he could start working on this guy. But I need to get him up here. So I do have a move. I do have my punch. There's no thugs to defeat, though. I could get rid of him completely. No, I can't. That's only two actions, or 2 punches. So let's draw and see what we get. Punch. You can get rid of him. So, 4 punches. Spidey is slightly in a bad spot. End of turn, you may take 1 action token from this location or add 1 to the pool. We are adding. We are probably never going to take a location there because we need it to protect us from damage. Spidey can do with 2 punches whatever Spidey can. Almost right there in the song. Yes, he can. Spider-Man. Okay, we're getting our Spidey bots out. Oops. We're getting our Spidey bots out. I don't care. I want Spidey bots out. So, we have 2 punches. She ignores the first punch. So we need as much punch as possible. Hawaiian punch, that is. We're going to Hawaiian punch. All right. As long as this is face up, we can put a spider in our location. So we got a spider in our location. Do I want to move Jeffy? Yes, let's keep moving Jeffy. Jeffy moved on Spider-Man's turn. So the spider bot there. He allows me to ignore damage. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. She ignores the first one, so we are doing 2. Good to go. All right, Scarlet Spider. So he would need to do 2 damage. I currently have this. Gain 1 wild token. As long as this is facing storyline, I can discard it to ignore damage. I feel like I need to do that because this is a damage game. So I'm going to do this, which means I can't really punch her, but I can move and punch. So get a wild token, and then we will move and punch. That probably isn't. He's going to do 2 damage. I don't have 2 wild tokens. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, let's not do that. I don't want to go there. So let's take this back. We are going to move, but let's do the other card instead. All right. So this punch is basically going to be wasted. There's nothing I can do about that. Unless, if I'm not going to play this card, each other hero rescues, and I get a punch. Let's do this instead. Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, so he gets 2 punches, 1, 2. So that does take care of her. All right. There we go. And then each other hero gets to save. So Superior saves and Spidey saves. Save the day. All right. You may add 1 civilian to any location, then rescue 1 from this location. All right, so let's add 1 to Sim's Tower. We will rescue this guy right there. I think that was a better choice. Better choice. Timey-wimey shenanigans always occur in my games. Yes. Because I I can't spend like forever thinking things through, right? Because I mean, I got to keep the stream going. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. So 2 damage, nothing. Go around the board. Bam. Do 1 damage to each hero in this location. Nothing. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in this location and each adjacent location. Nothing. Do 2 damage to this location. Nothing. We're actually good on that, bam, because we got rid of the ones that were like adjacent damagers. All right. Although we will have an overflow. So, can't put here. So, okay. There are no heroes. Add the. All right. So, do I add if 1 or more can't be added? Do that. So 1 or more, 2 can't be added. So I would do 1 damage. If there are no heroes there, which there aren't, add the 1 or the more. I don't know how that verbiage would work. Do I add both here? Or do I just add the 1? Because I can't add 1 or more. So it says if I can't add 1 or more, do a damage. Only 1 damage when I can't add 1 or more. And then it says if there are no heroes there, add the, which is singular, to the next clockwise location with an empty slot instead. But do you do each of these 1 at a time? And I guarantee the rulebook isn't going to be very clear about like adding them. Do you add them 1 at a time for overflow? Let's see here. Remember, 1 or more thugs can't be out of location. A single overflow effect is triggered at that location. Okay, so a single overflow effect. So single effect means only 1. That's the way I'm reading it because it says it's a single effect. So then here they can't. There's nobody there to hit. So single overflow effect. All right. So now our turn again. Okay. So Spidey. So we're good on clearing the threats pretty much. So Spidey gets 1 punch. He doesn't need. Then I have a move, punch, punch, punch. Move, punch, punch, punch. I would need 1, 2 moves to get here. Or 2 moves to get here. So this punch, punch, punch does me no good. Each hero, I could do this one, which would be a wild for me and the next person. A punch, again, that I can't use. And well, I could move up here and then punch her. Actually, a punch, 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 would that take care of her? Punch, punch, punch would take care of her, but then it would accelerate Morlun already. I'm nowhere near ready to accelerate him. So, 1 hero draws a card, a different hero may move. But I'll be wasting a punch. I'll be wasting a punch. Each hero gains a token. Then they may discard all of their cards to draw the same number of cards. No. All right, let's draw a card. All those decisions. Okay, double action. Does not help me any more than what I had. Geez, Spidey. I kind of have to do the great power. But I can't get where I need to get. I gotta accelerate him. I hate to do it. I hate to accelerate him this early. Because I don't even have enough civilians really to... I mean, I guess I've wasted a punch. I'm going to waste an action. But then it's the only way to keep him from accelerating. Yeah. That's a horrible turn. Yeah, rough to put him under pressure now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Steve. So I'm just going to do the double action. I get 1 action. We can add 1 token here. We get 1 more defense token there. And that's all I can do. And a lot of people play the game this way. I know this is a very big misplayed rule for this game. A lot of people I know play the icons, and if they don't use the icons, they get the token. As a house rule, I could see that as like, okay, if you're going to do like simple, you want a simple, easy game, maybe for kids to get them involved with a lot of these more difficult villains. But yeah. All right, so I can't do this as long as there's one on my turn. Okay. We'll leave Jeffy there because there's overflow city there. All right. So we have 3. Can he make a better use of this? Because right now Spider can't heal, but there's no chance of an overflow here. Morlun could end up here. But again, we'll have 1 turn. We'll be able to play that. Do we want to use a wild for anything? Gets 2 actions. 1, 2. As long as this is my storyline, the spider bots can do things for me. I can treat all tokens as wild. We gotta do 4 damage to him, but again, that accelerates. All this accelerates. I need to get these civilians because I'm closest to that. I get 2. So if I could move 1, 2, I could get rid of these 2. Drop a spider bot, which will prevent me from taking the damage. Let's see if we can do that. We need to move twice. I could do it if I do this one, because I'll be able to get a card, but then I have to discard all my cards. I don't want to do that. We're going to draw. I'll punch. So we did not succeed. We could still get up there, though. If we use Genius Intellect. I can treat all my action tokens as wild. He does have 1 action token. So I could treat that as a wild. So that would give him 2 wilds. That'll do it. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right. So this is a wild. We're going to use it as a move, right? Yep. So that moves. I could drop a spider bot here. Again, no reason. We already have defense. And use my other wild to move. And then we use our 2 actions to rescue these 2 civilians. That works. All right. So, Scarlet Spider. I don't want him to be here because he takes 2 damage. Well, he stops 1. Let's draw. So move in an action. And he has a wild. So he could, same thing, he could move twice as well. Go up here, get away from here. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location. Then each hero with 1 or more crisis tokens takes 1 damage. I need him up here so he can heal. So I do want to get up here. And she deals 1 damage to each in this location. We do the Spidey sense. When did I get that wild? Or was that from when I played this and I took it back and I forgot to take that token back? I think I did. Yeah, I forgot to do that. This should have gone back earlier. So let's do our Spidey sense. Let's do Spidey sense. There's the wild from the Spidey sense. So I have a move and a wild. So we're going to use the wild to rescue. And then we're going to move, because again, I could use this end of turn ability, which would allow me to rescue another. Well, no, I don't have one in this location, dude. Okay. And then we're going to move, which allows us to put another token there. Drop the spider bot on the Daily Bugle. Thank you, David. You're right. Got my spider bot up there. Good job. All right. All right. All right, Morlun, what are you doing? Please come here. This is where I want you to come visit. I want you to come visit Sims Tower. It's the only place I want you to go. All right. He went absolutely nowhere. He bam, so nothing happens. All right. Bam, 1 damage to this location. Get rid of our spider bot. Bam here, nothing. Bam here, nothing. Oh, if there's no heroes here, get rid of that. All right. So, or actually, that should have been gone a couple turns ago, which means this overflow wouldn't have happened. It would have been here, which he would have just gotten rid of again. So this civilian would not have been here. It would have been here, and he banned the previous turn, got rid of that. So then he would have added it here. Oh, there still would have been an overflow because the second one couldn't have gotten added. Okay, yeah, we're still good. Because the second one wouldn't have been able to be added. So, all right, we're good. All right, but same difference this time. Cannot add it here. So 1 overflow to there. He can add 1, but he can't add the other. So that's going to overflow to here. All right. I wanted you over here. I wanted you over here. All right, so we can now clear this. So we have our great power. That'll get rid of this. We'll be able to clear this, and then we'll be able to start smacking on them. So this is a perfect round because we'll be able to do all this in once. All right. So we know we're not doing this. We're doing our great power. So great power allows us to move, and we're going to do punch, punch, punch. Right, and then we could move again. Actually, let's do punch, punch. Let's do punch, punch instead of punch, punch, punch. So we can punch this thug, which also gives us a token, which we really don't need except for civilians. In my turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards, you may draw 1 card. So draw 1 card. So we get to heal now. Aunt May's wheat cakes. Her famous wheat cakes are getting our energy back. All right. Superior. So he needs to do 2 damage. He has a move, so he can't come over and heal, but he needs to do 2 damage. 2 damage to her. Or I move Scarlet up and he does 2 damage. Or we're not going to accelerate this turn. Oh, yeah, we can. We can. All right, let's draw just to see what we get. All right, we already have a move. So we're going to do the action and the punch. So we're going to punch here. We're going to move. Heroic action. Oh, this still accelerates him. Scarlet's not going to get to go. Scarlet's not going to get to go. It didn't matter which one I did first. Scarlet's not going to get to go. Okay. And he already has 3 cards, so he doesn't get to heal. So, Morlun's turn. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to be kidding me. Oh, forgot to drop my spider bot. Boop. Forgot to drop my spider bot. That's hard to remember. That, like, wherever I end, I should drop a spider bot. All right, so bam. So he's going to do 2 damage. So Superior is going to block 1. He's going to take the other. We'll get rid of the single punch. Nothing happened. Oh, hang on. Crisis token to 1 hero in this and each adjacent. To 1 hero in this and each adjacent. So it's 1 hero in the adjacent. Okay. So, who do I want to take this? Spidey? I like Superior's cards better than Spidey's cards. I think I'm gonna have Spidey take it. Yeah, we're gonna just get rid of the 2 movement tokens for his web sling. All right. Nope, drop the card. All right. Bam, deal 1 to this location. If you can't, get rid of the one civilian that just hangs out there all the time. That one civilian just keeps coming back for more. It's like, oh, I want to visit the Great Weaver Temple. No, I don't. I want to visit the Great Weaver Temple. No, I don't. He just keeps coming back for more. All right, one there. One there. Can't go there. Overflows to here. Ooh, that's, well, now he can no longer do that anymore. All right. So we are on Scarlet. So Scarlet, who had all the protection, was not involved in any of that fighting. Just outside the Daily Bugle is the Daily Bagel. I hear they have locks of action. You do need to be careful of Superior taking too much damage. Yeah, because I'll go through his card when he heals. It's right there. I got room. I got room. I got a little bit of breathing room. But that's why I keep dropping the spider bots. Right now I've been using it for that rather than the action. All right. So we need to defeat her so we can start beating. They're both in a good spot to start wailing on them. So I get a move and an action. Or I get an action and a punch. I need a move. I could use this to move, or I could use this to move, and then everybody else shuffles their deck. That's a problem. I do not want him to do this. That's the only reason I don't want to do this card. I do not want to shuffle his deck or draw cards for his deck. So I'm just not going to do that. But I could do this, which would give us a heal, a wild. I don't know what Scarlet's next card is. If it's not a move, it hinders me. Although I do have the wild. And I don't want them to move. Yeah, let's draw a card. Ah, just what we needed. Exactly what we needed. So, I'm basically wasting the action, but I don't care. We're going to move. We're going to punch. We're going to punch. Gets rid of her. Gets rid of this. Gets rid of this. We're getting rid of lots of stuff right now. Gets rid of this. And there. All right. All right. He heals. How does he heal? Life Force card is face up in the storyline when a hero is KO'd. So it's all about KO'd. Okay. All about KO'd. Good. We're where we need to be. So back to Spidey. Spidey can start beating on him. He has how much hit points? 6. 6 hit points. He gets 1 punch. That is not going to help us. We're going to draw. I almost guarantee you Jeff's card's not going to help us. Unfortunately. Yeah, almost guaranteed Jeff. Yeah, Jeffy's not going to help us because you must discard the leftmost, so he's just going to eat somebody. And it gives us a move. Which isn't any better than this. Dang it. Alright. That's fine. We'll keep Jeffy's card there. We will play Spidey. Spidey is going to use the 1 punch. 1 punch. I imagine he's going to move. But I need to draw a card. So I think... Or I could do a double move and end up here at Sims, and then I'm protected from any damage. I think. Have this action token, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I know he's going to move. I don't know how far he's going to move, but I know he's going to move. So we're going to use both movements to come down here. And we're going to add another token there. Hope the final battle's there. Rit Butler is Scarlet's nemesis. Frankly, Scarlet, I don't give a damn. I would say dream. I don't know why I was reading dream. Because I'm blind now. I need my glasses. All right, where are we at? His turn. No. 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 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bam. Does nothing for him. Give 1 crisis token to a hero in this location, each adjacent location. So now Superior is taking one. And then any hero with one or more takes a damage. The spider bot would allow me to do... I need 3 movement to get down here. I have a move and a punch. Right, we're going to keep the move and punch. We're going to get rid of our starter card. Seems like the weirdest thing to get rid of, but it's more useful that I get down here to punch than the little spider bot punching. All right, 2 damage in this occasion. If there is none, remove. There isn't one to remove. All right. So now we are doing civilians. You get a civilian. You get a civilian. You don't get a civilian. You don't get a civilian. You get a civilian. Everybody gets a civilian. All right. Whoop, sensing force. Something bad happens. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in Morlun's in both adjacent locations. So now Spidey has 2 crisis tokens. Good thing I moved him here. Sims Tower needs to be renamed Sims Fortress. Yeah. We got a lot of protection there. All right. All right. So, whose turn is it? Superior's turn. Superior, you cannot draw that last card. I will not let you. All right, so he's going to go... He's going to move... Oh, I needed 3 movement. I was looking at Scarlet's card. Dang it, I need 3 movement. I need 3 movement. That other card would have been better. Because I needed 3 movement to get down here. And if I had kept the other card, then he could just punch him. Right? It had a punch on the bottom right card. No, it has a star on the bottom of the card. So I still wouldn't be able to punch. What do I do? Do I use this? That still won't give me 3 movement, though. Still only 2 movement. But another hero may move, which could be me. I'm another hero. Which would give me 3 movement, 1 punch. And another hero can heal. So I can have Scarlet Spider heal. Let's do that instead. Put that back. Timey-wimey shenanigans are happening again. All right, timey-wimey shenanigans. So 1 hero may move. This is the hero that's moving. This is the hero that's drawing a card. All right? Then we're going to use the wild. We're going to use the wild and the move. Well, actually, we get an action, so let's go ahead and rescue somebody. We're going to use the wild and the other action to move and move again. Hello. Hello. And then we're going to punch again. Right? Punch thugs instead. Yeah, you're right. I could. I think that was fine because then we heal Scarlet. Because Scarlet's way up there and it's a possibility on this turn Morlun could move up there. I think that was an okay play. Because again, if we get KO'd, we got to bring somebody else in. Now again, he can block 1 damage with that wild. Oh, I didn't do this earlier. I didn't do that earlier. Not to say I wouldn't have done this card. I don't know. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he is invading Aunt May's space. Bam. So nothing happens there. Bam. Nothing happens there. Bam. Nothing happens there. Sensing Life Force. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in Morlun in both adjacent locations. So now he gets a token. Yay. All right. Thugs around for everybody. Thugs around for everybody. So, thug here. Thug here would do damage, can't do damage. So it goes here. Thug here, can't do damage. Thug there, so thug there, can't do thug there, so thug here. All right. Not terrible. All right, so that was Superior, right? So we're up to Scarlet Spider. We're up to Scarlet Spider. So he only has to move 1. He has a wild, so he's good there. Let's draw a card. Oh, that is. Drop a spider bottom Brooklyn Bridge. There is one right here. There was already one there. That is horrible. So actually what I should have done, since I knew I was coming here, I should have dropped one back here. I don't think that helps me in any way, but should have dropped one before I left. Yeah, that's a horrible hand. I mean, well, no, I mean, I get a punch. I guess it's not the worst. It could have been worse. All right. So we're going to move. We're going to action to rescue. We're going to punch with the wild. We're going to punch with his other wild. So he's down to, I think, 2 hit points. Is that what we're looking at? 1, 2 hit points. So the crisis tokens, I keep double checking the rules, but like the crisis tokens, this is the only thing I see that interacts with the crisis tokens is him. So as long as we don't go to Genix's spot, well, he gives them to the adjacent, and they only take 1 damage. So I'm trying to figure out what the crisis tokens do. All right. We're back to Spidey. Spidey has Jeff. I did not move Jeff. Jeff has to eat. This only gives me a move, which doesn't help me. So, we have to draw. Aish. Where are all my punch cards? Where are all my punches? Oh, man. I don't have any punches. This is crazy. This is bananas. Is the Jeff actually a better card now? I mean, action's just going to let me save or rescue a civilian. At least Jeff, I can clear something out. Here. But again, it doesn't help me. Neither one of these cards help me. Holy cow. I'd give the next person an action if I did this card. Some decks are more punchy than others, and some have lots of movement. Yeah, I mean, these are very movement-heavy decks because they're the Spideys. But there are punches in here somewhere. Like the Great Power had 3 punches. Yeah. All right. Well, I have 2 actions and 2 moves. So I'm gonna move. Do 2 actions. Move. I don't know. Put another token. I don't know. All right. I mean, I guess I could have like moved there instead to see what that card is. I don't think it matters at this point. All right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right where I wanted you. Right where we want you. And sometimes your good card is on the bottom of your deck. Yep. Especially if we already discarded our double wild, which is what I've done, I think. I think I've discarded my double wild both times to keep my starter cards. So bam, nothing here. Bam, give, crisis token. He has more than 1 crisis token. Take damage, get rid of the single move. Bam, nothing happens and there's no civilians here. All right. And then bam, for him is 2 damage. Spidey takes no damage. And then we're adding thugs. You get a thug. You get a thug. You get a thug. Everybody gets a thug. Wow, this is one of the few games where I've gotten that far lately. Lately, I've been kind of ending down around here. I'm clear up there now. All right. So who went last? Spidey went last. We're up to Superior. All right. We still got a couple more turns before Superior draws into what I don't want him to have. All right. Perfect. Moving to punch. All right. So. Move. Punch. All right. He's down to 1 hit point. He's down to 1 hit point. There's nothing I can do with this. And I have no tokens for him to use. No, Spidey can't use this, so here, we would have rescued that civilian too, just to say we did it. All right, can I get Scarlet down there? Scarlet is 2 away. Yeah, I can use the discard. Don't even need to worry about it. There we go. So we're using the United Heroes. Move, move, punch. Here we go. Sucker Ball. I was more afraid of him. I thought I was going to definitely get some KOs. We were running on like 1 card for pretty much everybody. Everybody was running on 1 card there at the end. So if we would have had another big bam, a couple KOs would have happened, and we would have lost probably all 3 heroes all at one time. But then we start with brand new decks. Well, all right, let's go to the map. The map. Go into the map. The map. All right, so where are we at? We are, we gotta go over to our multiverse. Multiverse. Come here, multiverse. All right, so Morlun. All right, so oopsie. I added somebody to the multiverse that wasn't ready to be added to the multiverse. I think I added Carter already. That's fine. We unlock another portal, so I have to correct the code. That's fine. Equipment, no equipment. Action tokens. We didn't use any action tokens. Teams, no teams. Jeffy is here though. I need it. It should keep track of how many times I've used Jeff. We will do that as a win. And then that should give us a portal to move Spidey. Because, yeah, I think I moved Captain Carter already for the next playthrough. I forgot. Yeah, so here's a bug. I knew this was a bug. So if you guys look up here, the portal shows 0, but he gave me a portal. So when I was planning everything out, I noticed that it didn't give me the portal. So I'm going to have to go into the code, give it a portal, move Spidey into here. So it's a proper win. Now, here would be the question. I was selecting the other Spideys that I've unlocked to be my KO people. Would I have had to technically, with the Megaverse rules, use the guys that are in the crossover? And also, in the same technicality, does it have to be somebody who's unlocked already? I mean, that's, I guess, for everybody's decision of how they want to do it. So we did unlock Cyborg Spider-Man. So we have that. We did get our other star. So this was kind of my question, is what did I want to do? So we do want to unlock the Spider Army. Definitely want to unlock my Spider Army. So now I have my Spider Army deck. And then what was the other thing I was going to unlock? I think it was just that, because Cyborg happens automatically. Got our Spider Army. And then I also had to put a note here. Also verify that we should have 10 unlocked characters and add Captain Carter. So even here I knew that I needed to add Captain Carter at this point, and I added her too early. I need to read my notes better. All right, so where did we decide we were going to go? What were we going to unlock? What were we going to unlock as our next star location? Did we decide? What would you guys like to see? That's more Spidey action. I don't think we need more Spidey action. I think I'm going to do what Derek said. I think I'm going to do the these guys down here after I unlock the Midnight Suns. So let's not go there. How about space? We don't have anything in space. Where should we go for space? I haven't used Thor yet. Maybe that'd be good. Maybe we should go here. Maybe we should go do some Asgardian stuff, because I've not used Thor yet, and at least he's painted, so it makes one less minion I have to paint. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's go over here, and we're going to unlock. Why can't I unlock you? Why didn't I get my star? What happened? What happened? Oh, I have to unlock the star. I need a brain. If I only had a brain. Okay, so I can't do that yet. I need a brain. I don't have a brain yet. I was using all my brains on Professor Xavier. All right, so yes, so that's what we're going to unlock. I just need to get another brain. So Wednesday is who? Wednesday is Callisto. And does she give us a brain? No, she does not give us a brain. And then after that is Mysterio. Mysterio better give a brain. I mean, that kind of thematically makes sense. Yeah. So Mysterio gives us a brain. So then once we have that brain, I was going to use it to unlock Professor X, though. Yeah, because the following stream would have been Juggernaut with Professor X. Although with Professor X, I need 2 more brains. I must have used a brain somewhere I shouldn't have. I really need to pay attention to what I tell myself to do. Oh man, because I did. I went through the whole thing. I was like, click, 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 unlock, click, click, unlock. Like I promise, I planned it all out. Huh. Somehow I messed up again. And I got to figure out where I spent a brain that I shouldn't have spent. All right, I'll figure that out offline because Professor X needs to be unlocked. So actually, we won't be unlocking the Asgard stuff until we get another brain. Now, that following week, let's see, what do we have? Juggernaut, Lady Deathstrike, and Zemo. So do they give us brains? So, Lady Deathstrike does not give us a brain. Juggernaut does not give us a brain. And Zemo does not give us a brain. So it might be a while before I do Thor, unless I'm going to have to strategically find something that'll give me a brain. If I only had a brain. All right. Yeah, I'll have to review the map again, replan things anyways. So, Marvel United Zombies to get you the brains. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need to do. I need to do a Marvel United or Marvel Zombies playthrough, and we can get free brains for every game of that we play, right? We'll just do free brains. That was another thing I was thinking about is for the extra life bonuses is things to impact the Megaverse campaign, right? Make it easier, not harder. So again, we already talked about the reviving heroes, which will probably be like a $5 donation to revive. I don't know how many, 2 maybe 2. Or I just do $1 per hero, $1 per hero. But then I'm thinking things like free wild token, free start the villain with 1 less HP, right, or stuff like that. But I think maybe the same thing would be like a free brain, a free key, a free whatever. Again, because it's all for charity, so whatever. When we do the gameplay days, I'll probably do like Steve and them do, which is just mean things, right? Make the villain bam, make them do things. But you guys let me know in the comments if you guys have some extra life incentive suggestions for gameplays. Not to say the fun thing, but the thing is, I also would have to find like a generic thing. So if people do it during the stream while I'm playing another game, it still technically would work. Extra life win. So they keep moving the date. So I think game day is still in November, but it's no longer on daylight savings time day that it used to be. I think now they just do the first week of November. But the tabletop week, I don't know if they're still doing it a day or a week, is in April. So I'll be doing that. So I definitely want to get everything set up before April so I can do that playthrough, because I'll probably take off work. If it's game day week, I'll probably take off work that entire week. And then we'll see if and when Audrey can join me on some of the playthroughs. Or I'll see if maybe my sister wants to come down. She's like 2 hours away. She might be able to come down for a day or two. My sister will play with me for a little bit. But either way, she's not a heavy gamer, so we may be doing some lighter games. But anyway, yeah, we'll get that set up, David. I know that's one thing you're waiting for, so we can start raising money for the niños, para los niños. Either way, guys, I gotta go get some lunch. Until next time, peace.